So importing data into TradeMapper is really straightforward. It automatically recognises CITES or ETIS data, so all you need to go is Data, choose File, navigate to where your file's saved, so here we've got some CITES data, and it draws instantly. You can start interacting with it, you can start playing with the filters. If you've got data from another source, it's just one more step. So we'll go back to the Data tab, choose another file, and in this case I'm going to look at some trade data, so that's customs data. Double click it, and you can see it opens up this custom CSV importer. And this is a step that allows you to draw any data with TradeMapper. We just need to be able to tell TradeMapper what each column means. And actually this data set has a lot of columns. I don't really care about most of them, so I'm just going to ignore some of them. All I want to know is which column is the importer, the exporter, the year, and the quantity. I've actually already done a bit of data cleansing of this file beforehand, and there's a separate tutorial on how you do that, how you get two-letter codes when your data doesn't have them initially. So I'm just going to go ahead and ignore some of them. This partner two-letter code, so this is for the importing country. TradeMapper has recognised it's a location, it's given a country code, but I just need to tell it it's the importer. And as there's only an importer and an exporter in this data set, the importer is obviously location 2, exporter will be 1. Importer code, ignore. So here is the exporter, the two-letter code for the reporter. It's a location, it's country code, and it is the exporter. I could also have picked origin or transit, but no, it's the exporter. And that's the first step in the trade chain. Just going to go ahead and ignore that one. The year is correctly identified that that's a year, so I'll leave that. There's a few more columns here which also has the year in. I'm just going to ignore them. I don't ever want to be able to filter on them. Ignore a few more. If you choose to keep them, so I can keep a couple of these, then they'll appear as filters. And you can always change these at any stage if you think, oh actually I wish I had included this. So I'll leave a couple of these. Ignore. Ignore that. And then we get to the columns which contain the information on quantity. So ignore that one. Now this column here has the units, so volume in cubic meters, and maybe kilograms later on. And TradeMapper has identified that this, with this little tick box, that this is the column containing units, so we're going to leave that. Quantity, yes, this is the quantity. There's actually another couple of columns also with different quantities, so in kilograms, yeah, I think I would like to see that. In values in US dollars, yeah, I would also like to include that. And then flag, it's misidentified this, so I'm just going to ignore it. And then you just click draw, and there we go. And you can see on the filters, right here, the ones that we chose to select, that we're going to be able to filter on them at a later date. Okay, so that's all it is.